Good morning, geometry students. This is Mrs. Shomari. I am back with you again today for our next lesson on finding the volume of pyramids. Okay, so this one is, now that we've got the hang of it, okay, these problems in three-dimensional geometry should not be difficult if you have the formulas. And where do we find the formulas? We find the formulas on the back of our packet. Okay, right there, all the formulas that you need to find volume and area of different types of figures. Your job is to know which figure it is and whether or not you're going backwards or you're going forwards. Okay, so let's start with pyramids. Okay, what are pyramids? Okay, this is not a pyramid. This is a cube. Okay, but it's important because it's going to be an important part of our lesson. Okay, so this is a pyramid. Okay, notice that your pyramid has a base. Okay, and the base almost always is at the bottom on these, even though I know I said base should not always be at the bottom. But here, think about that. If you turn it this way, that part that's on the bottom is no longer the base. But then it doesn't really look like a pyramid anymore either. Okay, so the pyramid has a base, and the base on this one is a square. Okay, so it's important to realize what kind of base you have. And then it comes up to this whoop point. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, this is also a pyramid. I don't have the inside for this one. I have no idea why. Okay, so this one has a triangular base. Okay, so the base of this one is a triangle, 1/2 base times height. Okay, and then it comes whoop up to a point, and then that makes a pyramid. This one is not a pyramid. Okay, this is a triangular prism. Okay, so the difference between this and this, let me pull this out a little bit so you can see. I guess that's as far as you're going to see. Okay, this comes up to a point, this comes up and makes a triangle. Okay, so even though both these have a triangle as the base, okay, this one comes up to a point, okay, and if this one we put it on our base, it has a triangle as its surface. So the difference is what happens as it goes into 3 dimensions. Okay, so that's what a pyramid is. That's what a pyramid is not. And here we go. So this one has a triangular base. I hope you can see that. Can you? Yes, you can. Okay, da-da-da. There's your triangular base. This one has a square base, and this one has a hexagonal base, meaning that the bottom is a hexagon. Okay, now, as with most of our formulas, you need to know how to find the area of that base. So on the back of your formula sheets, to find the area of a triangular base, the area is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. I know there's a lot of bases going on, right? But it's the base and the height of the triangle, not the height of the actual pyramid, which we could call altitude if you prefer. Okay, this one has a square base, so this area is equal to length times width, or side times side. So it's important to know what is going on the base of your pyramid in order to pull it up into 3 dimensions. Okay, so the volume of a pyramid formula, or the formula that we're going to use to find the volume of a pyramid, on your sheet, here it is again, all the way at the bottom. There it is. Volume equals 1/3 big B times height. Okay, so volume is equal to 1/3 big B times the height. And that big B, remember, is the area of the base. Okay, so you have to find the area of the base, be it a triangle, be it a square. Okay, and then we're going to go on from there. Okay, all right, so we have 2 examples. We have some vocabulary coming up. And then what I'd like to do is take you into this first problem on the back. Okay, because there's something going on in that first problem that if I don't go over it with you, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. All right, so here we go. Example number 1, we're going to start with the formula. Volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Okay, now, we're going to plug in our numbers, okay, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so here's the base. The base is a triangle, and the area of that triangle is 1/2 the base times the height of the triangle. So 1/2 times 3 times 5. 1/2 times 3 times 5 is 1/2 of 15. and 1/2 of 15 is 7.5. Okay, so this area of the base, this part right here, is 7.5 centimeters square. Okay, so now we're going to put that into our B, the area of the base of the pyramid. Okay, the height is the altitude of the pyramid, and in this case it's 8. And then we're going to multiply by 1/3 or divide by 3. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my calculator. Let me get that for us. There's my calculator, and we're going to do 1 divided by 3 times 7.5 times 8, all in one step, and that's equal to 20 what? 20 centimeters cubed. Okay, now the 1/3 thing, just like it was in the cone, okay, if I took my brown rice, okay, here's my brown rice, okay, and I filled up one of these pyramids, and I did that 3 times, it would be able to fill this up, this cube with the same dimensions exactly perfectly. Okay, so if anybody out there really wants me to see me do that again, let me know, and I'll do it for you again. Okay, but that brings me to another point too, right? Today's Tuesday. Normally on Tuesdays we do extra help, okay, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now with our new little learning environment here, we don't have access to extra help. So if there's anything that you see or do and you go, wait a second, I didn't get that, send me an email and I will do a short video for extra help. Okay, I'm doing one today for algebra and factoring, so let me know. Okay, I'm all about that. Okay, so my second problem. There we go. Okay, we have this 10 is our altitude because it goes from the center of the base up to the apex, okay, or that top vertex, okay, and it's got a square bottom, so we're going to start with our formula. Okay, and the volume is equal to 1/3 times the base times the height, and the base is the area of this base, or this square. Okay, so this square is length times width, or 8 times 8, and we know that that is 64. Okay, so that's the base. So we're going to put this up here in the formula, and we're going to do volume is equal to 1/3, 64 is the area of the base, and then we're going to multiply by height. So we're going to take out our calculator. Now you can do this on your phone calculator as well. Okay, so back to the problem where we were. Okay, we're going to do 1/3. Okay, and that is 1 divided by 3. We're going to multiply by the area of the base, and that's 64. And we're going to multiply that by 10. And I get an answer of 213.3 repeating. So the volume is equal to 213.3 repeating. These are in centimeters, and the centimeters are cubed. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this last part, because I do want to get to that problem on the back, okay, because that's important, and I don't want this video to get too long, and it's already at 10 minutes, okay. Here are the vocabulary words. Please make sure that you study them, okay. D is the slant height. Slant height is this height that goes up the side of your pyramid, okay? Your apex is that point at the tippy top. Oh, that's a horrible looking F. Okay, let me fix that for you. Okay, your apex is that point at the top, okay, of your pyramid, okay? Your height is your altitude. And your altitude is this one. Okay, it goes from the top of your apex down, and it makes that right angle, so that's E. Your lateral edge is B. Okay, your lateral edge is the edge of the side of your pyramid. Okay, so D goes straight up through the middle, perpendicular to the bottom. B is just that lateral edge. Okay, so if I was showing that to you on here, okay, this is your lateral edge, okay, this is your slant height, going up the slant, okay, up the face. Face, well, obviously we know what a face is, okay, that is part A, Okay, this whole shaded in area right here. Okay, and then the vertex is C. Okay, and it could be any vertex. It could also be the apex, but that's a special name because it's at the top right here. Hey, look at me, I'm at the top of my pyramid. Ooh. Okay, all right, so I want you to go over that vocabulary when you get a chance. It's important. And I'm going to right now flip the page and give you a heads up on the next problem because this first one has a little trick to it. Okay, all right, so sorry that this video is getting a little bit long, but if you want to watch it in 2 parts, you can always come back and check this out later. Okay, so here you have a pyramid. Recognize that it's a pyramid. The second one's a pyramid. The third one's a cone, by the way. Okay, that's a cone. That's not a pyramid problem. Okay, and we start mixing everything up a little bit for your quiz on Thursday. Okay, so we need to know the volume is equal to 1/3 the area of the base multiplied by the height or the altitude. Now look here, we don't have an altitude. Okay, we do not have an altitude on this problem. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the altitude. And do you see what's hiding in there? Okay, what's hiding in there? You got it. You've got a right triangle. Okay, so if this entire length of the base, and see how it's upside down, is 16, then this little portion in here is 8. Okay, this is your hypotenuse, that's 17. Your altitude is the part that we're going to look for. And we are going to use the Pythagorean Theorem. Really? Hold on a second. And we're going to do the Pythagorean Theorem by getting a little help from the Pythagorean chicken. Chicken. Okay, so this is my friend. He's the Pythagorean chicken, okay? And he is going to be our bonus word for the week. So our bonus word for the week is chicken. C-H-I-C-K-E-N. Chicken. Okay, remember, you can only find the bonus points when you're watching the videos. So for people who are not watching the videos, they don't know. And believe me, I've been getting emails going, what's the bonus question? Well, the bonus question is go watch the videos. So chicken, small c, don't capitalize the c because you know what's happening, right? People are sending me back these emails going, it marked me wrong because it tells me I can't capitalize the word. So don't capitalize it. Make it a small c and we won't have any problems. So chicken is your bonus word for the week. Okay, so Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we're going to use this little yellow triangle to do that. Okay, 17 is my c squared because that's the hypotenuse of this triangle. Okay, so I'm going to fill this in as a squared plus 8 squared equals 17 squared. And then we're going to do the math. Okay, so 8 squared is 64. Okay, so this is going to be a squared plus 64 equals 17 squared is 289. 17 times 17. We're going to minus 64 and minus 64 and run out of room. Okay, so finishing it up over here, a squared is equal to 289 minus 64, which is 225. We're going to flip that square root, okay, and take the square root of 225, which is equal to 15. Now you know that your altitude is 15. Okay, your altitude right here is 15. And now you have enough information to find the volume of your pyramid. And I'll let you finish that up because right now we're at 15 minutes and you guys are done. Okay, have a great day. Remember, your bonus word is chicken, C-H-I-C-K-E-N, small c for those of you who keep capitalizing everything and getting it wrong. Okay, have a great day. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video and Thursday for your quiz. Great. Have a good one.